Hey mate, how you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Good to be talking to
So
you
nice
again.
to be able to hear your voice without, 10 people talking at once and echoes and stuff.
Yeah,
It's the only problem when you try and talk on those go-to meetings.
absolutely. And then it's a bit, there's a bit of a lag, so sometimes you hear yourself, and
Yeah,
you know that always confuses me.
I know, I know. It's just a. Hey, look, the one thing I just haven't quite got my head around is I just need to get an understanding on channels that we make up,
Yep.
which is what we did in that first module, is make up our channels, one for Bing and Facebook and, all those places that you're going to, I'm assuming, advertise in.
Mm-hmm.
And then those channels versus your autoresponder list versus, your sales, your landing pages and things like that. So,
Yep.
and I'm just a bit confused on, you know, how you make your lists up versus your channels versus your landing pages.
Good question.
You know,
Before I continue, is it okay if I record this conversation? Because I think what the questions you're asking is probably something that other people want to know, and then I
yeah.
can
Look, I
share
think
that.
I think it's a great idea because I do think it's something that people get confused about.
Okay, so good. I'll get recording then. Okay, so first of all, give me your first question.
Okay, let's let me think. Let's do. I'm going to do. I want to do an advert on Bing.
Yes.
So I want to set up an ad campaign on Bing.
Yes.
Now, when I do that and I decide what landing page I'm going to send that ad to,
Yep.
and let's say it's one of the first simple pages that we did, it's
Yep.
going to get people to sign up to the email list.
Mm-hmm.
So
And this is your own lander, right?
this
Not
is
Matt's.
no, this is my own lander.
Okay,
The
good.
ones that one of the ones that I've done in lead pages.
Great. Okay.
So the person will then click on that ad.
Yep.
It'll take them to the lander and they go, yep, this sounds good. Put in their email.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've subscribed. They're going to start getting my 7-day email follow-up.
Yep.
Now, that's what we did in that first few modules.
Yep.
And we got that 7-day follow-up going.
Yep.
So they do that. Now, on that particular lander, I've got a channel that's got all those links in all those emails that person's going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next ad that I do on Bing, do I now? I'm trying. I'm trying to work out how to
Okay,
phrase
take a
this so
step
it makes
back.
sense.
Okay, take a step back. I think I know what you're trying to ask. Okay. Okay, so you're sending traffic via Bing. That's the main thing you want to do, that you understand. So no matter what you do, all the links should be, if you're doing Bing traffic, then you need to create a channel that says Bing. So you
Yep,
know
which
it's
I've
Bing
got.
traffic. Great.
Yep.
The next thing you actually need to actually literally do is you actually need to create an autoresponder list, because you're doing your own list that says mttb/Bing. So you know that this list is only made out of Bing people.
Yes.
And
Right.
then what you're going to actually literally do is you're going to copy and paste. No, you're going to duplicate the normal list you have. You're going to duplicate it again, and you're going to manually change each of those links into a Bing MTTP link. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
you say you're doing a normal MTTP sequence. Great.
Yep.
But if you're doing an MTTP Bing sequence, you're just going to duplicate that entire list, but all the links will now go into your MTTP Bing link. Does that make sense? So
Okay.
if you're doing a solo ad, you create a solo ad channel, you create a new list, which is solo ad MTTP solo ad, and then all the links in that list will be MTTP solo ad links. So I don't know how to do it any other any other way. I know that involves a bit of work, so that's why I just choose one or two traffic methods.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what you do. So if I had
So essentially, you'll end up with, say, a list for every advertising
yes,
campaign you
yes,
do.
yes,
And so, but and all my landers that I make up, they then also need to link to whatever list that I'm advertising. So
that
I
is
make up,
absolutely correct. So in
right.
lead pages, you'll create a Bing lander which will connect with your Bing Aweber or autoresponder,
Right.
or your get
Yeah.
response campaign. If you're doing
Yeah.
a Facebook lander, then that connects with your get response Facebook campaign. So it's
Right.
got to
So
be congruent all along the way. Okay.
yeah. So the 10 landers that I've made up. At the moment, they're all just going to the one because I've only got that one list
Yep.
at the moment. Now, so the 10 that I've got, so if I end up with, say, 4 different ad campaigns, I need to make those 10 basically 40, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So is that right as well?
You can do that if you're psychotic about your time. Okay. This is what I would do. I would not do that.
Right, okay.
I would focus on, say, solo ad traffic for the next 2-3 months, or I'd focus only on Bing. So
Yep.
all I'm going to do is just Bing. I don't even worry about anything else for the next month, and only do Bing until you're actually really good at it. Okay.
Yep.
But I would take those 10 landers and I would split test them all. So all those 10 landers will now go into a Bing autoresponder sequence because you've got to follow up with them, obviously.
Yep.
But we want to see which of those 10 landers work best in Bing. That will give you your top 3 landers and then your top 2. And now you've got your best lander for Bing. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
So from the 10 now becomes 2, and then you can keep split testing. Once that is down pat and you're feeling, you can either A, scale it up, or B, if you want to try a different traffic source, you can do the whole process again. Because each traffic source is quite different. Just because Bing works doesn't mean it's got to work for Facebook. Okay, Facebook will need different stuff, and obviously solo ad is quite a different target market there as well.
Yeah.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Take all your 10, create a specific Bing sequence and everything like that. Split test the heck out of them until you find the one that works the best for you.
Yeah.
And from then on, now you're getting results. Now you're getting 2-3 leads a day. 2-3 leads a day is, if you get 5 quality leads a day into your autoresponder, that's all you need to make this whole beautiful business work.
So can you split test like I can select all 10 and split test all 10 at the same time?
Yes, you can.
Right, okay, great.
You can have 10
great.
split tests.
Right, okay. All right. So that's the same as Aweber, because you can do that on Aweber as well.
Yeah.
All right, no worries at all. Because all right, well, I think I understand now. So basically, you need a list, you need an email list, really, and a channel that basically for each campaign you're running.
Okay.
Which
For
each
for every
advertising
traffic source
campaign.
that you have,
Yeah.
you need a campaign/email list which goes to a
Yes.
specific channel.
Yep.
That's
right.
the easiest way to put it down.
Yep. Okay. I tell you what would be maybe a good thing to throw into the course for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether like you know how they do like your traffic. What's the word? I did a report on it. Mind blank.
Like a case study.
No, yeah, you know how they do the video you gave us on what's his name's new traffic funnel.
Yep.
And he does the drawing of the whole funnel.
Yep.
I reckon it would be a really good thing to have drawn up in a funnel type scenario where you've got your MOBE channels in a box, and then your autoresponder in a box, and then your traffic source in a box that people can understand, and they go, oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I did that in module 1 or 2.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm really sure I did. I was talking about traffic, and each individual traffic needs to have its own email list and then its own channel. I think that was like lesson module 1 or 2.
Oh, maybe I should go back and have a look at that.
Because channels was the main thing I was talking about. For each channel, it has to be a traffic source, and each traffic source needs its own list. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. I'll go back. I'll go back and revisit.
But you know what? From your understanding now, why don't you create? Why don't you make an image and share it in the group?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
And then teach it. Learn it, teach it, do it, teach it.
Yeah. Good idea. Good idea. And that. All right. Well, I think that's it. Because I've started watching the Traffic Masters Academy on Bing.
Yep.
But the only thing that hit me, that I kind of got a bit deer in the headlight with, was when he was talking about he uses a program that he puts all of the keywords when he creates like his 10,000 keywords and stuff. He puts it in some Excel-y type of program, and then he imports that into Bing. Yep. But of course, this particular program doesn't work with Mac. and I was going to ask you, because I know you're a Mac user.
does. It does.
Oh, it does.
Okay, so what you want to do is any program, and that includes Google AdWords, etc. You can export it as a CSV file.
Right.
And or CSV file, believe it or not, is just a text document, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
if you created a text document in Mac, and you just you put your keyword, enter, new keyword, enter. So it's just like one keyword per line. You can do it manually, you can do it automatically. If it exports into CSV, then it can import into CSV as well. CSV is the file.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, because, a lot of people that use PC, and when they're talking about copying, links and things like that, and they just paste it into a notes.
Yep, same thing.
Into a notes thing, so there's no formatting.
Yep.
What do you use on Mac? What's the equivalent to notes on a Mac? Is
text.
it the text file thing?
Yeah, the text file, text edit, whatever it is.
Text edit, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Because
I'm sort of newish to Mac, and I'm still getting my head around that. So yeah. All right. Well, look, I think I understand it, and I will draw up a box and I will share it.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Beautiful.
Bye bye.
See you soon. Bye.